Oh fuck.
That is now that is not how a road trip is to be done. Unfortunately, we will not be able to cross it at the moment. Just look at the sheer size of these fucking mountains. I mean,
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to a beautiful new day here in Leh. Right now, the time is 7 o'clock in the morning. I know you cannot see, but trust me, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. My face is all swollen, my eyes are swollen. I'm feeling a bit sleepy, but I just got done with my beautiful breakfast, and we are all set to leave from here and head towards Pangong. By the way, before I give you the itinerary of today, we are staying at Hotel Yagtail, and let me give you a small walk around of this place because this place is really beautiful. So over here they have their porch area where you can sit, and obviously the trees and everything, the contrast of the beautiful leaves and the pots, it just makes it beautiful. Over here you can see obviously head of a yak, and they have these beautiful RD3 350s over here, like they are sitting in a museum, and they are actually very well maintained. RD350, RX100, and 350 bullet, I believe. And over here you have beautiful paintings and everything. Here you can sit and enjoy a beautiful cup of tea, and the most important thing, along with other creators, I also put my sticker over here. If you can see, Simajit Singh was here at Hotel Yagtail along with all of the other creators over here. Any which ways, talking about the agenda for today. Right now, as I just mentioned, the time is 7 o'clock in the morning, and we are headed towards Pangong. Now, we are not gonna be staying exactly at Pangong Lake, basically that area where the Three Idiots movie scene was shot. We are not gonna be staying over there. We are gonna be stretching 5 or 10 odd kilometers ahead of that to a place called Mirak. Now, that is also at the Pangongs only, but we're gonna be staying over there at. So we're gonna be traveling from here, which is in Leh, back towards the route which goes towards Manali, and from there we're gonna head towards the Changla Pass. And basically, after that, we're gonna be entering a small village where I do not remember exactly the name of that village, but I'll put up here on the screen. And from there we're going to be heading towards the Pangong. So that is the plan for today. Our plan was to start our ride at around 7:30, and we are right on time. The bike is all set, and the bike is all ready to hit the beautiful terrains and the beautiful adventures that we are going to be tackling in the upcoming days. I really cannot speak as of now. I'm fumbling a lot, but I just need to have a black cup of coffee, and once that goes into my system, after that I will be in a mood and in a state to get on the bike and start my day.
We all were ready to start the ride. The bags were packed, the bikes were loaded, helmets were on, and we were just about to leave. Then the phone rang. It was Stanny. He told us that it has started snowing at Changla Pass, and because of the snowfall, the authorities had closed the pass. No one was being allowed to cross. And just like that, our entire plan came to a stop. The excitement of getting on the road instantly turned into all of us laying back on our beds and doing what we do the best, scrolling through the Instagram reels. Stanley suggested that we leave after 1 hour or two. There was a good chance that weather would improve and the pass might open by then. But waiting at the hotel just wasn't really our style. If we had to wait, we wanted to make that time count. So instead of staring at the clock, we decided to ride to a nearby monastery. That way, we could spend those couple of hours exploring the monastery, and by the time we return, the Changla Pass would be open again.
boys, this is Tiksha Monastery, and the best part, just freaking look at this view, man. Just freaking look at this view. From here, you can see entire village, the entire landscape, and obviously the beautiful mountains, snow-capped mountains, and beautiful dry desert. Let's park our bikes and explore this monastery. हाँ बढ़िया लग रहा है ना. हाँ. Alright boys, so that was Tiksha Monastery. The weather is looking clear, although there are some black clouds, but hopefully it won't rain. Now we're gonna get saddled up on the bike and ride towards Changla Pass. And also look at Bella, looking beautiful. Let me click some pictures, and all those pictures you're gonna see on Instagram. I'll see you in a short while on the road.
Just that.
सर वो आपकी बाइक पर
हाँ हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सर.
यादगार रहेगी सर. हाँ सर
आगे.
बड़े बदमाश हो गए. थैंक यू सर.
वेलकम जी वेलकम.
मेरे पास वो नहीं चलाए जा रहे बुल टॉप सेज में तो ये वो चप्पल से मैं गजन ये जेनी वो देखो चिंचाओ जा रहे कोने जाओ भी हमारे छोटे
सही है. कौन सा स्कूल है तुम्हारा? कौन सा स्कूल है? कहाँ पे है ये?
उधर शुक्लाम से
ले में. अच्छा आज पिकनिक पे आए हो?
टॉटन गाइड की तरफ से.
अच्छा बहुत सही. कौन सी क्लास में हो? 9th में. आगे क्या लोगे, साइंस या कॉमर्स? अभी कुछ नहीं पता. सही है सही है. एंजॉय करो लाइफ.
हमें भी ट्रैवल करना है आपकी तरफ.
अरे तुम सारे करोगे, ऐसे शौक पूरे होते हैं. सपने सो देखो सब पूरा होएगा. ये 6 का. ओके. हाँ यूट्यूब पे है. ठीक है तुम सब आओगे. ओके. Alright boys, just 5 minutes into the ride and it has already started raining. I don't know if you can see that, but there's that big black cloud above us, and it is drizzling a little bit, not too heavy, but it has started, the rain has started showing its presence. And if I talk about myself, I really hate rains, man. I really hate rains. I hope and I pray that it doesn't rain, because if it does rain then I will have to stop and remove my GoPro, obviously because it is not waterproof, and I have the mic installed and everything, and also everyone else will have to stop to put the rain liners on. I really hope, man, it doesn't rain, because it does rain then the overall the ride capture that I want to do, that will go for a toss. Any which ways, let's hope that it doesn't rain and we are able to cross this black cloud, and we are able to ride towards Changla Pass fully dry. Let's continue with the ride. Sit back, relax and enjoy the video.
As we continued riding towards Changla Pass, there was only one thing on our minds: Please let the pass be open. Honestly, this ride felt like a gamble. We had no idea what was waiting for us ahead. Maybe the road would be open. Maybe we'd have to turn back. There was no way to know. To make things even more interesting, the dark clouds above us refused to leave. They followed us the entire way, almost teasing us, as if they could burst into heavy rain at any moment. Every few kilometers, we had looked up at the sky, hoping it would hold up just for a little longer. And somehow it did. The rain gods were kind to us that day. A little drizzle came and went, but thankfully there was no heavy downpour. With every kilometer, our hopes kept growing. After riding for almost 40 kilometers, we finally reached Changla Pass.
Alright boys, so we have reached towards the entry point of Changla Pass, and unfortunately we will not be able to cross it at the moment. Let me quickly get out of my gears, bring out my other camera and I'll give you the update. स्नो पड़ रही है
बाइकर यहाँ आया सबको वापस भेज दिया कोई आगे नहीं गया कोई जान नहीं दे रहा नहीं हमें चलेगा हमें चलेगा
बहुत मुश्किल है ये तो ये रास्ता है ना ऊपर पास पे बहुत पतला है उधर से गाड़ी आ रहा होगा हमको रोकना पड़ेगा फिसलने का बहुत भी रास्ता है दूसरा रास्ता
इन माना लंबा पड़ेगा ये शंकर लोमा से जाना पड़ेगा
पीछे से ना वो तो बहुत
कौन सा वो चुमातंग वाला सा
वो छुमातंग से जाता है
चुमातंग से लंबा वही वाला यार जिससे वो जो याया लेक से
याया सुल से वो दूसरा से
वो तो बहुत दूर है
वही बोल रहा हूं
सर नु वापस जाना पड़ेगा ना
सीधा वापस सीधा जाना फिर
हाँ
अब ये है कि जैसे
याया सुल
अच्छा जी तो नहीं टोटल डिस्टेंस दिखा रहा है 6 घंटा मतलब एक तो देखो 100 किलोमीटर एक्स्ट्रा पड़ गया और फिर ये वाला रास्ता जो है चुशुल वाला ये यहाँ से आएगा फिर हम पैंगोंग यहाँ से नहीं जाएंगे पैंगसे से और यहाँ से जाएंगे अब पैंगसे वाला हमें पेट्रोल पंप भी नहीं मिलेगा तो अब मतलब हमारे पास 2 टैंक में फ्यूल है हमारा अपना गाड़ी का ही भरना पड़ेगा लेकिन यहाँ पे अगर हमने 2-4 घंटे रोक दिया तो हमारा पूरा दिन खराब हो जाएगा अगर अब हमारे बजे हैं 10-10:30 6 घंटे का मतलब है 4 बजे तो एटलीस्ट हम पैंगोंग तो पहुँच सकते हैं क्या कहते हो और ज़्यादा लेक वाला रास्ता पक्का खुला होगा
वो पूछ लेते हैं अभी
हाँ पता करो एक वो भी हाइट है बहुत बड़ा लेकिन वो पास इतना बड़ा नहीं है लेकिन हाइट बहुत है उसका रोड तो अच्छा है उसका लेकिन एक बार पता करो कि वो जा सकते हैं
ਇੱਥੇ 3-4 ਘੰਟੇ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੋੜਨ ਲੱਗੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ नहीं लग रहा
वो तो कह रहे हैं सब बाइकर से वापस भेजते हैं
हाँ
मैंने पूछा है ना
हाँ
सबको वापस भेज दिया आज पॉसिबल ही नहीं है क्योंकि बर्फ वो ब्लैक आइस में और
हाँ।
अगर धूप निकला 1-2 घंटे बाद तो देख सकता है नहीं तो नहीं
Alright boys, so you heard the entire discussion. This is the entry point of Changla Pass. Changla is 33 kilometers from here where we are standing right now, and they are not allowing the bikers to go, obviously because it's snowing over there. It is not currently snowing, but it snowed in the morning, and currently there is black ice and everything. They are only letting the cars or the campers pass which have snow chains with them. All the other people who are not having any snow chains, they are being turned back from here, and especially bikers are being turned back. And I think if we decide to stick to the same plan, it will take us approximately 3 to 4 hours of downtime. Basically we'll have to spend the time over here, and there is only one restaurant over here which is open, and that is totally packed. There is no other amenities over here, so we'll have to like sit over here on the bike or anything, listen to some music, but that is how we'll have to spend 3 to 4 hours, and that is very fatiguing. Let me tell you that when you sit idle, that is when you fatigue the most. So Harry Paji is looking at another route. Basically there are two routes. First is from here, Changla, and then there is one village with the name starting from D. I do not remember exactly, but I'll put it up here on the screen. And the other route is from the Chushul village basically. So let me try to open my maps and show you. If I put Pangong, okay, Sumit is calling. All right, so let me quickly check with the updates, and I'll see you guys in a short while. All right, boys, time for a quick update and a big one. We decided not to wait at Changla Pass for the snow to get cleared and instead ride towards Pangong from Upshi. So basically we are right now riding towards Manali Highway and Hanle 206, Sarju 207. Any which ways, this is not our you can say destination, but we are riding towards Pangong through Upshi village. Now I will put a exact map here on the screen because there are two things. First is we're gonna ride towards Upshi village, cross that and ride towards Pangong through village Chushul. Now I am very happy about that because I was talking to one of my friends. He has explored this region like in and out, and he was saying that Simar, you should go to Chushul village. Although this time around we are not going to be stopping at Chushul village to explore that place, but instead we'll be crossing that village. Any which ways, I'm not sad about anything. Everything that is happening as per God's plan, and whatever happens for something good. And look at the landscape right now. We are riding in. Over there you can see those mountains. Those are wine color mountains. I don't know if you can see, but the water over here in the stream is turquoise blue, or I should say Tiffany blue color. It is a beautiful landscape, man. It is a beautiful landscape. On my left side are brown color normal mountains, but on my right side are the wine color, or you can say purple color mountains. And it is looking like a dream, man. It is looking like a dream. Although this route that we are taking towards Pangong will cost us 100 kilometers more, and on top of that at least 2 to 2.5 hours more, because obviously when we were standing at Changla, the time it was showing us on the Google Maps to ride towards Pangong was 4 hours something. Let's take 4 hours, and if we change the route from Upshi and then Chushul and then towards Pangong, it was showing 6 hours something. So all in all, this route will be 2 to 3 hours more, 100 or 115 kilometers extra. But at the same time, there is a very high possibility, or you can Upshi 3 kilometer. But at the same time, there is a very high possibility that we will be able to reach Pangong safe and sound, and there is a very much surety that yes, we will be able to reach Pangong. If we would have stayed over there at Changla waiting for the snow to clear, then we had no idea that how much time it will take. It could have taken 3 to 4, even up to 5 to 6 hours. There was no exact duration, or you can say exact time frame we had in mind. So instead of waiting over there, we decided that let's take this other route and ride toward Pangong. And obviously we're gonna reach Pangong a bit late, but that is all fine. We can spend the morning over there at Pangong, click some beautiful pictures, and yeah, that is the overall game plan for now. All in all, things are going well. Things are going very great. For a sudden moment, the sun started to come out, and now the sun is right above us, and it is feeling very good. It is feeling like yes, now we can actually cover the distance. Previously it was overcast and the sun was hidden behind the clouds, and it was getting very cold. I saw the temperature in the dash, and it was showing 5 degrees. So just imagine when you're riding in 5 degrees and the wind is hitting you, it almost feels like 0 or -1. So that was the scene. But now that the sun has come out, it is looking like yes, we will be able to cover the distance safe and sound. So now we have entered Upshi village, and this is the main entrance of the Upshi village. So yeah, let's continue with the ride. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this beautiful, beautiful terrain of Ladakh. I'll see you guys in a short while.
As we left Changla behind and started riding towards our new route, something changed. I was happy, but more than that, I was excited. This was actually the route I had wanted to take from the very beginning. I had seen so many pictures of Chushul village and the beautiful roads leading to it, and now I was finally going to experience them myself. With every turn, the landscape became even more breathtaking. The mountains kept changing their colors, the valleys kept opening up, and every few kilometers, the view somehow became even more better than before. The excitement was building. The ride started feeling effortless. The sun was finally on our side. The weather couldn't have been better, and the roads built by BRO were an absolute joy to ride. Every corner flowed into the next one, making the entire ride feel like a perfect rhythm between me, Bella, and the mountains. I had so many things I wanted to tell you all, but every time I switched on the microphone to start motovlogging, I'd look around and I completely lost the train of thoughts. The views were simply too beautiful, so eventually I stopped trying to talk. I put the camera aside and decided to just live in the moment. As my confidence grew, so did the pace. The corners became smoother, the lean angles became sharper, and every kilometer made me feel more connected to the road. The plan was simple, to reach Chumatang and enjoy a good lunch, and that's exactly what we did. But before we get there, I want to leave you with a few minutes of raw riding, no background story, no narration, just the sound of Bella echoing through the mountains, endlessly twisted road, and feeling the freedom that is impossible to put into words. Because sometimes the best way to explain a ride is to simply let you experience it with me.
Beautiful, man! Beautiful! My god, my god, my god. Bella, I love you, Bella. I love you. I fucking love you, man. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I feel like I might cry. I feel like I might cry. I feel so grateful right now that I have this beautiful life and I'm able to experience this. I'm able to enjoy these roads on my beautiful bike. Thank you so much, yaar. Thank you so much, Babaji. Have you ever seen a vine or a purple color mountain? If not, then look over there. As soon as I take this turn, just look at the overall landscape, how it changes. 3, 2, 1, let's go. On my left side are purple, or you can say wine color mountains. Have you ever seen this color in the nature? I'm not sure if you have seen this or not. Over there you can see wine color mountains, and the river that is flowing, that is Indus River. क्या राइड थी यार सुमित. ब्यूटीफुल ब्यूटीफुल. क्या राइड थी सर. मजा आ गया.
मजा आ गया.
बहुत मजा आया.
मजा आ गया.
की चलाई है भाजी तुसी. की चलाई है. मजा आ गया. पहले हेलमेट तो उतारिए.
पहले 2 दिन नींद में थे ना खाली.
मजा आ गया. Look at the tires, man. Look at the tires. Only this much. Only this much. These are chicken strips, but all of the tire got used. And as I touch it, it is very hot and very warm. Beautiful, Bella. Beautiful. Take some rest. And I'm also gonna get some food in my stomach. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
After riding for a while, we stopped near an army camp. To be honest, I thought we were finally stopping for lunch. We hadn't eaten anything since morning, and by then I was already feeling hungry. But that wasn't the reason we had stopped. Something happened within our group. I'm not going to get into the details right now, but it completely threw me off. I was angry, really angry. But sometimes not every battle needs to be fought in that moment. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to stay quiet. And that's exactly what I did. I put my helmet back on, started Bella, and I kept riding. After some time, we finally reached Chumatang, or you can say Changtang. Everyone grabbed a quick lunch. I wasn't really in the mood to eat, so I made an excuse, stepped away from the group, and spent a few quiet minutes by myself, just looking at the mountains, watching the river flow, and letting the silence do what words couldn't. By the time we got back on the bikes, I started calming down. Slowly, my mind began to settle. The ride began to take over, and little by little, I found my way back into the zone of motovlogging. And now, let's take it from here.
There are certain moments in life when you actually miss someone. And you know what? I am missing my friends. Ardaman, Inderpal, Manjot. I'm missing them. The roads that I'm riding on right now, this could have been 100 times more fun if I was with them. I'm being very honest. This would have been 200 times more fun, more beautiful, more memorable if I was with them at this moment. I wish I could call them, stop somewhere, video chat with them. But unfortunately, I'm stuck. I'm stuck because I don't want to say anymore. I'm actually stuck. I don't know, man, if I'll ever put this part in the final video or not, but sometimes it feels like we are just riding and not enjoying. It feels like we are just covering the distance and nothing else. If you are watching the video till now, and if you haven't turned off the phone and started doing some other thing because you think the video is getting boring or what, then let me tell you one thing. No matter where you go in the world, if you're traveling, make sure either you travel alone at your own rules, at your own, you can say, norms, or you have someone with you who is like-minded, like you. When I'll be editing this video, the only memory I'll have is through this GoPro. But the actual memory that gets imprinted on your heart, in your mind, and in your soul, that only comes when you are with a good company and when you are absorbing the nature. There are so many thoughts running from my mind right now, but I'll refrain myself from saying all of those because sometimes it's better to keep quiet. I'm gonna take a breather. I'm gonna take a moment to relax myself, calm my soul, and I'll directly meet you wherever we stop now. Either it's Chumatang or Pangong or whatever it is. I'll directly meet you over there now. I'm sorry for this, but it is what it is. I'll see you guys in a short while. Look at the sheer size of these mountains, man. Let me take this turn and show it to you. Just look at the sheer size of these fucking mountains. I mean, am I in a movie or something? Am I in a movie or is this even reality? Someone please come and pinch me, because I cannot comprehend the real beauty, the actual beauty of this place. Oh boy, someone pinch me, yaar. Am I dreaming or what? Neoma, 32 kilometers. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And with that, our next destination became Neoma. At that point, I wasn't really riding just to reach the destination anymore. I was just riding. Every part of me wanted to stop every few kilometers, sit down, and simply take in the beauty that was right in front of my eyes. But when you are riding in a group, you also ride with the group space. I didn't want to separate from everyone else, so I kept following. After a while, I completely stopped feeling like motovlogging. Not because I had run out of things to say, but because I wanted to spend some time alone. Just me, my thoughts, and the silence inside my helmet. Sometimes I say things inside my helmet that no one else will ever hear. Thoughts, emotions, questions. My helmet has heard stories that it will never tell. Just like a good friend. By then, my GoPro battery was almost dead. I thought I'll change it when we stop for tea or coffee. But that stop never came. Or at least not the kind of stop I was expecting. Maybe God had been listening to everything I was saying inside my helmet, because a little later, something happened that forced us to stop. It gave me the time that I needed, not just to change my GoPro battery, but also to let out all of the anger and frustration that had been building up inside me, the way I know best, with sweat, hard work, and every ounce of energy I had.
क्या हुआ? अरे वो भाई ने हाथ में पकड़ा हुआ है,
पहले बताया उसने।
ये ले कुंसल, ये पर हाथ चला जाएगा तेरा, नहीं जाएगा।
सिचुएशन में क्या
इसी से होएगा कुंसल।
ये भी नहीं घुसने से, और दूसरा वाला ही होता है।
ये मोटा है क्या?
ये भी मोटा है, इसमें नहीं घुसने।
अच्छा,
की
अरे क्या पेचकस दया पे है ना। अरे थोड़ा तो ऊपर हो जाएगा ना। देखियो एक बार नीचे घुस के उसकी जगह सही है। आगे पीछे करना कर, फिर इससे घुमाते हैं, हमारा काम चल जाएगा। कंट्रोल आर्म पे लगा दे, लोअर कंट्रोल आर्म पे। आ गया।
ये वाला लगाना पड़ेगा।
ओ फक, अरे हजे तो बहुत थल्ले है भाजी, हजे तो बहुत चुकना पड़ेगा। नहीं 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 नहीं, कंट्रोल आर्म तो लगाया उन्हें कुंसल ने शायद। ये थोड़ा सा ना खोद कुंसल, ये यहाँ पे ना, ये इसका नट है, ये बॉडी पे कसा हुआ है, यहाँ पे लगा ये, ठीक है। हाँ ये ना बॉडी पे कसा हुआ है, इससे कुछ नहीं होएगा। यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा खोद पहले। नहीं उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा, बस वो थोड़ा सा गैप बनाना, क्योंकि वो जो जैक है ना वो टेढ़ा हो रहा है, उस पर भरोसा नहीं कर सकते। बस कुंसल बहुत है, कुंसल तो वो रहा ना, सोना में की बात है। उठाना शुरू कर इसको, अपने आप वो नीचे जगह बना लेगा, वो अपने आप अपने पैर फंसा लेगा। इसको उठाना शुरू कर। इसके पीछे ये लगा ना, ये लगा यहाँ पे, चल लग रहा है। इसका पड़ा होगा ना फिर तेरे पास, क्योंकि इसको घुमाने के लिए भी चाहिए कुछ। ये सामान संभालते रहो साथ साथ। उठा उठा, घुमा घुमा घुमा, चल। हाँ घुमा घुमा, कहीं नहीं जाता, बॉडी पे है वो। चल
और किम का मारे
खुलेगा इधर, नहीं तो प्यो भी खुलेगा। ना ना सेट है, हो गया। उठा अब इसको, अगर तां भी नहीं हो रहा ना तो उस वाले टायर की हवा कट कर देंगे, अपने आप उठ जाएगा इदा। अगर बिल्कुल ही ऑप्शन नहीं बच रहा, पर हो जाएगा इजीली।
नीचे ऐसे नहीं है।
पाजी थल्लों की खोद दिन्ने थोड़े और। चल ना हिलाओ ना पाजी, 2 मिनट रुक जाओ। अरे वो स्लिप होके कितने फंस गया ना, फिर उन्होंने कट दे फिरांगे। कुंचल खोल दे सारे जैक। Alright boys, the car is fixed, The tire is fixed. This is the condition of my hands. Let me show it to you. Let me quickly get a breather and then we'll continue our ride from here towards Pangong. The roads are tough, the terrain is challenging, but this is all we are here for. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Alright boys, so the car is finally fixed. It took some effort, but there's nothing that I cannot do. There is so much dust and sand in my mouth, in my eyes, and everywhere in my body. My helmet visor is so much jammed because of the sand that it is not even closing or opening properly. But that is not a worry. I can easily clean the visor and the helmet. But apart from that, the main point of riding on such difficult terrains is to be together with everyone, is to stay together with everyone else, and not just keep sailing at your own pace and do not think about other people. That is not how a road trip is to be done. It took some effort, but luckily the car and everything is fixed and we are on the road towards Pangong. The roads are like this only for the next 15-20 kilometers and we'll have to manage with this. So let's continue with the ride and reach Pangong safely and have a good shower. How do I tell you this? The crosswinds are so strong that it is making me go this way if I do not keep my balance on this side. I hope you can see the sand that is flowing because of the strong winds. It is like so crazy and so bad that you really need to have a good balance, a calm mind. I think we have come wrong way. Look at the sand, man. Look at the road. This is all loose sand and you really need to have a good balance over here, because the moment you lose grip, you are going down. And the main challenge is the crosswinds. If I do not keep my balance on the left side, then the winds that are coming from the right side
I kept riding, fighting the crosswinds, the dust, and the fine sand that somehow found its way through every tiny gap and straight into my lungs. And honestly, I was enjoying every second of it. It was the kind of adventure I had imagined for months, the kind that leaves you smiling inside your helmet. But at the same time, I couldn't find the right words to describe what I was feeling. Some experiences are simply too big for a motovlog. I knew that the roads would stay just like this all the way to Marak, where we were supposed to spend the night. But the mountains had one more surprise waiting for us. Somewhere along the way, we took a wrong turn. There was no network, no maps, and we didn't even have the exact location of our homestay. And if that wasn't enough, the weather started changing rapidly. At almost 14,000 plus feet above the sea level, every gust of wind felt like tiny needles hitting my face. The temperature was dropping, my hands were freezing, my body was shivering, and all I wanted was to finally reach our stay. Just when we thought the day was finally coming to an end, another challenge appeared. Our backup car got stuck. Ironically, the backup car needed a backup. For the next few hours, we did everything we could do to get it out, pushing, pulling, digging, trying again and again. The sun disappeared behind the mountains. Daylight faded into complete darkness. By then, every bit of energy I had was gone. My body was exhausted. My mind was quiet. The only thing I could think about was a warm meal and a cozy bed. Sometimes the best adventures aren't the easiest ones. They are the ones that test your patience, push your limits, and leave you with stories you'll never forget. Thank you so much for riding along with me till this far. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Last but not least, I want to thank me.